There's a huge delay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is good? What is poppin', everybody? My name is C.
And my name is Motion. What's up?
What is up? And welcome to episode 42 of Bad Habits of Podcast. We got Dan in the building.
As always.
What up, Dano?
Everyone's here. Dano, what's up? Nosh, what's up? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Everyone good?
Chilling.
Literally?
You know.
Literally?
Another
You know?
week. It's all blending together, mate.
Literally.
It kind of is, eh?
Mm-hmm.
This was a bigger week for like culture news. This is the first time we've had like 6 or 7 things written down to talk about in a while. Oh shit!
Not bad.
Craig is in the building. Good vibes.
Hey.
You're a mad dog. What a mad dog. What up,
Yes, sir.
Always
What up,
coming
Craig?
through,
How
holding
you
it
going,
down, mate. Everyone good. Yo, how was like I don't like starting podcasts. So how about the weather? But it was like mad light on the weekend. And like mans were out. It was the first time I've been outside. I think it was like you guys have had a lot better in Toronto, but here it's been like mad cold, typically.
Yeah.
And it was like I don't know +4 or some bullshit on Sunday. I want to say we went to do a couple things and we thought we'd go get a coffee. We went down one of the streets here in the area. There was just people fucking everywhere, and it kind of felt like the closest thing I'd seen to summer in that volume of people in one place at one time in 6 months. It was pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, it was pretty wild down here, man, on Wednesday. Oh, sorry, Dan.
No, sorry. You go.
Oh, there you go, gentlemen.
That is the Skype delay is a bit of a cunt.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I was just saying it was good here, and there was a few peeps out and about. Went for a jolly good bike ride.
Love it.
So, can't complain about that. It's always
Yeah.
nice to get out of the fucking house. And then Friday was good too, I think.
So it's a bit of vibes popping. I like it.
Mixed
It's not-
thing.
Yeah, it's nice for a change, like because everyone's outdoors. So for what we know, there's not too much like COVID spread and shit in that type of environment. It's usually indoor type of stuff or whatever. So it's
Yeah.
like, what am I doing? I'm seeing you drinking. I'm not even drinking my THC beverage.
Oh.
Um,
What flavor is that one, mate?
This is the beer one, the Moyo, I don't know how they say it. Hoping for a sponsorship eventually. They responded to my comment the other day on something, you know what I mean? Trying to get a little,
That's what's up.
put in a little work, get that sponsored thing happening, We'll see. We're going to need it.
Love it, mate.
Oh, man, we've been religiously, well, at least I have been trying to do that, because we got enough beer in the other podcast. And,
Drinking weed on a Monday.
yeah,
Love it.
I genuinely look forward to it. This is a bang. I'm loving this one, man. Get
Cheers,
that
mate.
energy, Carl.
Get that for you.
Mm-hmm. What happened to
Got a
yours?
little something special in your cup.
Yeah, what do you got? Can I guess?
Dun, dun, dun.
Woo!
Is that-
Yes. So we got a podcast here. There's 4 wins. Lager, how is it?
Amazing. German style Pilsner. I just took a photo of it before, and
Legendary.
there's
Thank
one
you.
more for the podcast. It's like mad bready and grainy.
It's
But
light
very,
too.
very well balanced and very light. Yeah, it's got bubbles for days. Obviously, they're gone now, but great lacing. It's good.
Yeah,
mate.
Lacey looks sick. So we have
I went
a go.
Yeah,
You went for a what?
no, it's just good shit.
It's good shit, eh? No, I saw you went for a ride and you took the featherweight IPA too, which was dope.
That was good. Yeah, I got photos of that inside.
I knew you would have got some fire.
Oof.
So with Notion and I are pretty excited. We have a podcast on Thursday with our other podcast. And we normally do that on Fridays, but we got a double banger this week. And on Thursday, we have this brewery called 4 Winds from I don't know, no one here gives a fuck probably, but I'm excited.
We're telling you anyway.
Telling you anyway. It's something we're excited about. We've been wanting to have them on. I connected with them. The owners are brothers. They also lost their dad last year from a similar thing that we did. They were working with him, and they been running this business for 8 years and shit. And I shouted them out on my album that's coming out soon.
You did.
Big fan for ages, so I'm super stoked. So it's cool that now there's 2 brothers interviewing 2 brothers, and it's nice. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Fuck
super
yeah.
dope. Fucking boom, man. Key.
So we're from weather to beer. Let's do. What's the next step, mate?
What are we doing? I mean, I feel like rather than a lengthy preamble this evening, we have a lot to talk about, which is fantastic. I got this list here. I mean, so the question is, boys, as always, do we want to go one side, what do you reckon, or the other side, culture news and topics, and of course the verses, which we're going to go into in depth. So, what do you guys feel like? Where's the universe taking us tonight? I like this. I like the dice roll here.
Culture.
Feeling,
Culture
yeah, I
news.
was feeling news for sure.
I'm
Yeah.
featuring culture news as well, and then we'll break it up.
News
into
and then
music.
verses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then news versus, what do you reckon?
The
Music. Boom. Look at that.
Yeah.
See, guys, we're giving you the fucking breakdown of the schedule and shit.
Amazing.
Organized. Make some noise for us. Woo! All right.
Pretty happy
I
with
mean, so where to start? I mean, I might kick it off with a bunch of these topics here. I wrote a bunch down because there's a bunch of really cool things to talk about. The first thing was very, very funny. Do you guys remember last episode when I spent a fairly large chunk of time asking what is the big deal with Bobby Shmurda? I swear to God,
You
right
did.
the fuck after the
and
podcast.
we still couldn't figure it out.
And we couldn't figure it out. But I do want to give massive props to Dan, because Dan essentially cracked the code from my research, because it honestly was bothering me. Not in the like upset bothering me, but like I just really wanted to understand it, because when every single person in the culture, on Twitter, on podcasts, shut up phone. I'm gonna put that on there you go. Everyone is talking about it. I'm like, I need to understand it. It was like eating at me why everyone was so excited. So there happened to be a fucking article on Complex that was posted February 23rd, and if I'm not mistaken, that was like, oh no, you know what? I'm probably lying. It probably wasn't right after the podcast. It would have been 1 to 2 days after then. What was it? What was 7 days ago?
7 days ago was the 22nd.
So it was the day after the
23rd.
podcast. Okay.
Yeah.
They listened.
They listened. I feel like they
Ooh,
Complex listened
they
to
fully
it.
listened.
And then they wrote a fucking piece. And the piece is called "Why Free Bobby Shmurda Meant So Much to So Many People." So I devoured this piece. It was a week ago, so I should have probably reread it before this. But basically, it was exactly what Dan said. People, and I saw who else was it? On like a Vlad TV thing, someone was talking about it as well. And basically, it's the consensus seems to be that this dude was just real. He he seemed to have had 3 songs that have gone some form of platinum or gold or whatever. Cool. I probably should have re-listened to those songs as well to see if I even liked them, but I always remember being like, not for me. But it really seems like that he took the remainder of his boy's time. So he had he had X number of years. His boy would have had to get like 12, but then now they both ended up getting like 6 or something each because he took it. And they I think in the sense of even pre 6ix9ine, when like, you know, one of the most talked about person in hip hop is a rat, that this was a really important move as like a real dude from the street who, you know, did road for his boy. Is kind of what I could get from this piece. Did either of y'all read it by any chance?
No, I
did
didn't
not
get a
read
chance.
That's okay. I know
Sorry, mate.
that y'all didn't. No, don't apologize. It's like, this is my obsession, not yours. I just wanted to see if y'all had any additional thoughts, but basically that's what it was. So like, and it also spoke to the fact that it was like, everyone was saying they weren't speaking, supporting what he did, because he did the things that he did the time for. I think what they were like, you know, instead of being 6ix9ine and snitching on people who were supposed to be your friends and then getting out of it, he's like, yeah, man, I did it. Yeah, and I'll take extra time for my boy, is what it is. And just shut up, did his time, paid his debt to society, and now he's back out. That's from what I understand. And also it spoke to the, from here, I'm looking at the NYPD surveillance was like, really heavy on particularly on rappers at the time as well. This was 2014 when it all happened. So he was only out for like 18 months before, when I say out, like from releasing music, until he went to jail. For all that. So I was saying they had, here, New York wasn't spending as much as activists believe they could on education. When I says New York police, NYPD, they weren't or New York, the city, I'm sorry, wasn't spending as much on education or anti-poverty measures, but that they should have been spending, but they had plenty of money for a gang unit to arrest black and brown youth on grounds as frivolous as being in a picture with the wrong person. So it's almost like they were targeting rappers or black and brown kids, teens, early 20s, you know, typical shit, which they've been doing for literally 100, 200 years. And, you know, kind of shitting on this dude and being that, like, he was just a statistic of this, and then also had a successful song, and then took some time for his friend, and then did the shit, paid his debt, and he's come back out. And there was this video that someone posted on stories the other day that he was at a club. Of course, he's at a club in the pandemic with a fucking mask on and a big gold chain and holding a bottle of water. And that girl offered him a drink. He's like, no. And everyone was like, yo, Bobby Shmurda's like drinking not. And he's like, nah. And he reposted it being like, yo, I'm on parole. Like, hell no. I'm not going to get got type of thing. So that means, you know, I guess he's taking his parole serious. You know, here we go. The move is part of what made Young Thug speak for so many by calling him the definition of loyalty and principles.
Fair enough.
Bobby gained
He's
respect.
going to have a string of songs ready because he's going to have a good album run if he drops something soon.
Oh, yeah, correct.
I mean, he's probably been planning it from the whole time.
Yeah, I would imagine that he'd be basically living in the studio from now for the next month or two and just having music out immediately.
Non-stop.
Just to finish this off here, it said Bobby gained respect not just for what he did for Rowdy, as Rowdy Rebel, his boy, but by doing his time without implicating anyone else. Rap is full of artists rapping about violence they've never partaken in, and there are people who legitimately have scars from that life and are well within their right to be annoyed by the dynamic. Bobby is the exact opposite of that, which is why the street screams free Bobby. So I kind of feel like I got a little bit of closure from that. So, you know.
I'm glad we got there for you, mate.
Thank you so
we
much.
all learned something along the way, so that was well done.
Pretty good.
Well played.
Thank you, Complex, for that. That was appreciated.
I saw more memes about him being free than fucking what you just read and what we covered just now. Actually, pretty funny. There was because you know it was 6 years ago when he went in the can, so there was a bunch of I got some screenshots from I think it was Hip Hop DX. Anyway, they always got some funny shit. Mm-hmm. So they've got I'll just read the text ones because there's a bunch of pictures I would like to show, but it never comes out right. So people were like Bobby Shmurda in the App Store looking for Flappy Bird right now. And then there's yeah, exactly. Someone said this is how Bobby Shmurda's IG looks, and it's the old school. It's
that's
the
good.
oldest.
That's good.
Bobby Shmurda trying to log into Vine right now. There's another one saying he's listening to the radio, waiting for Rich Homie Quan to come on. And there's another one saying he's probably going to do the Nay Nay in his first music video. So he needs to catch up. He needs to watch a couple of docos, perhaps.
Yeah, man. I imagine that like it must be pretty hard to catch back up on what the fuck has been happening for like 6 years. I mean, that's a large gap in time to. Like, I don't know if people keep you up to date. If like how up to date people in jail are. Like, do they get to watch TV? I guess in the movies they watch TV and shit.
Yeah.
I know in like UK jail. Like,
I wonder what the rules are for phones.
Yeah, from what I've been told, it's like in the UK anyway. It's just not even that deep. But like, I know in US it's obviously definitely different, but in UK it's like if you go to prison, apparently you shouldn't even worry. Like you get TV, you get privileges. It's like
do you get a phone?
No, but I know someone who went to jail and he had a phone, and apparently hid it in like
his ass.
No,
Wow.
What's it called?
That's quite the gap to
the
fill.
The perfume bottle or something.
Okay.
He hid it in a perfume bottle somehow. I don't know. But yeah, apparently it's just
perfume.
not even like that deep.
All right.
I don't know.
So maybe they can't stay up on it, but I like the idea of those memes. That's fucking hilarious.
That's wild.
I love it. That's gold. So, you know, welcome home, mate. Good on ya. This was cool. Bruno Mars and Anderson.Paak are releasing an album called
It's gonna be fucking
Silk
big.
Sonic, and I believe it comes out this Friday. Not only, I just want to mention this now, this Friday is a big day of releases because, yeah, right, you know what I'm about to say?
I think so. You have to say it.
Okay. So this album is coming out then when no one has any idea. I don't know if it's the album's coming out on Friday or the first single, or they're just hitting demands with the whole thing. But that's pretty dope because Bruno Mars hasn't done an album, I believe, since the last one that had 24 Karat Magic, whatever it's called. But Justin Bieber has a new single called Hold On.
Oh my God.
It's coming on
That was not what I
Friday.
was thinking of.
Boom! Best news that could have ever happened. Let's do some motherfucking.
Sound effects.
Hey, Beebs the
You
God.
are a worry, sir.
Yeah.
You're a worry.
I had Twitter beef with the dude because I shared the other day. He posted a picture of himself with the old hair, like when he was like 10, on a bike. He's just sitting on a
On a bike. Yeah, you shared it.
And I shared it on my stories on Instagram, but I just happened to be scrolling. Obviously, I follow him on Twitter, so I reposted it and just said I did like the God and did the prayer hand emoji,
Yeah.
and then I got a whole bunch of retweets from the Bieber fan accounts.
I love it.
And then one dude started beefing with me, calling me lame and all this stuff for doing it. And I just got
Why?
Because I was sharing Bieber, I guess. He was mad at me. So I just kept posting him like gifs, being a smart ass, like saying, suck my dick from the back and get the fuck out of here and stuff. And then just blocked him. But it was pretty funny. I wanted to see him suck my dick from the back first. I just thought, like, you're really beefing with a random guy on Twitter.
I want to see that.
Did you
it's
know
just,
he's releasing an album on March 19th?
the album coming March 19th?
An album called Justice on March 19th.
Ooh.
Just
You heard it here first, Feezy, right next to you.
live
Hey?
reaction.
I'm excuse
Isn't
me.
your March looking up, eh? And it's only the first.
Hey, Tiff. Justin Bieber's
Oh,
releasing
shit.
an album on March 19th. Oh, you hear me there? Okay, I just want to make sure you heard it from me because there's a delay.
Now you heard it twice.
I didn't want her to wait. She's like, hang on, put my headphone back in.
I can imagine the biggest eye roll going on now in
Ooh.
the background from Two Buzz there.
Do you know what she
Fucking
told me
hell,
the
mate.
other day? Speaking of that, so I don't know if we talked about this. We must have. But last year, on my 10-year anniversary of being in Canada, we were supposed to go see Bieber here in Montreal.
Wouldn't that have been quite the treat, eh?
I really feel I'm not going to lie. That's the one thing about COVID I'm really upset about. Like, aside from obviously the trauma for the whole world, like personal thing, like it didn't really interfere with that much stuff that I'm really upset about. But the Bieber thing, I'm pissed. Tiff told me the other day. Apparently they fucking rescheduled the show for like July 1st. I'm like, fam, there's not going to be an arena show with I don't know how many people in the Bell Center, probably 20,000 people, seeing Bieber in July when
Screaming.
Everything is reopening in terms of globally. Like they're having concerts, Rolling Loud is happening, and something called Afro Nation's happening. UK is fully opening up in like July. Like everything is going to be attempted to be back in normal by then. Whether or not COVID will spread, it probably will. But like that is what's going to happen. Everything's going to be like it's looking like everything's going to be back to normal then.
That's
That's
going to
what
continue to live with it. That's what they want us to do.
Yeah, we're
That's
just going to
fucking-
continue to live with it. That's what's going to happen.
But it's like, do you know what? If people were just getting like the flu or something, it's like, whatever. Like we've always been doing, but cunts are dying, man. Like it's
Yeah.
not like
Apparently the rate is much lower now, but I think that's what they're going
because people are washing their hands and wearing masks.
Yeah. So
I guess the
I
vaccine
think that's
works.
gonna because of the vaccine, the masks and the washing hands is much more normal now, and it's
Right.
gonna remain normal in society. I think that is what's gonna keep everything. I don't know. That's what's making everyone think it's gonna be normal, regardless of what's gonna happen in July.
Okay.
Like that's like the fifth thing I've heard.
That's crazy, dude.
Big that's
Fuck.
happening in July. Like Rolling Loud is happening. Like
And that's in Florida too, I
it's in
believe.
Florida. They have one that's going around Europe as well.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, it's
I just don't think we're ready for it. That's all. Like even here in Montreal, like restaurants and stuff aren't open. We haven't had them open since late summer, if I'm not mistaken.
but by July, I guarantee they probably will be.
It's going to be a pro. It's
It's
going
gonna
to
be
bad.
interesting. Yeah.
Because they haven't got it. Like, I don't want to shut down forever for it, but I don't think we have enough of. Like, how many waves do we want to live through? That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah.
For your temporary pleasure of attending a concert or whatever, because I don't think that restaurants is where it's all like bars are probably a problem. But if they have all the restaurants separated and they got the things up and the servers are wearing the masks and blah blah blah, like I can't see that being a breeding ground for COVID. I'm sure there's some shit that happens if they're not cleaning right, but
certain public events definitely can't be happening because like arena still is a closed roof. And imagine having, even if you cut a 20,000 arena down to 10,000 cunts screaming at Bieber, it's a lot of oxygen going out. And then that, after how long's a concert? An hour?
hour
And then you'd be sucking in, everyone's recycled air if it's ventilated like awesome. But you never know. That's too inside too soon.
And then not to mention the people sitting either side of you too.
Well, shit.
You know what I'm saying? Because what are they going to do? Is like maybe you're allowed to be with the party that you're with, but then how are they going to separate those? How are they going to allocate the seats if they're separating?
Yeah, did you see any footage from the football from like the NFL Super Bowl from the stadium? I saw this little snippet on Instagram, and they have like, you know, 2 people and then a gap of like 3 seats, and then 3 people in a gap of like 2 seats, and then 1 person in a gap of 2 seats, and then they had that spaced around the whole thing. So maybe they could do that for a concert.
But then think about what that means. I think you're 100% right. Sorry to cut you off, but they've already sold the tickets. So then they have to book the whole tour with
2 shows.
Different
right. So then he's getting 1 fee because they've already sold the ticket. So he's either going to get half his fee because he's going to have to split. Well, because there's no different venue. This is the biggest arena in the province.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen.
I think. So like
do 2 nights.
Well, you do 2 nights, but then he's going to get less fee. Is the artist going to want to do that? Because like, say if you split it over 2 nights and you like take 50, you literally divide it down the middle, and you kind of allocate it to people. You don't let them choose.
I mean, it's Biebs, it's Canada. You should do the right.
I reckon
do the right thing.
Yeah, I reckon people would just be
man.
More. Like, especially artists, I think certain ones would be like, I haven't done this for years. Well, like, for a year now. I haven't done it for a year, so... Let me just
do
it. I don't care. Like, we've already sold it, so let's just do it.
Right.
So, I don't know.
I don't know, man. Like, I just think that's, like... once again, I don't want to, like... whatever, I guess I'll hold
it's gonna be interesting just to see.
It's just because if it's gonna fuck, like, interesting is all well and good, but, like, if you're gonna fuck up and we're gonna go, oh, now we're on a 3rd wave, and now we're in a 4th wave, like, how... Because everyone's in such a hurry for it to... Because everyone also is depending on the vaccine. I think it's going to help, but I don't think it's the be-all and end-all. There has to be something else to sort of have it under control. I think the vaccine sounds like it'll help, but it won't be everything because it's still not even proven and shit yet, like, over time. Yeah. So I don't know what the fucking... You know, like, it just seems like everyone is willing to sacrifice a better future and make this drag on longer for that fleeting sense of pleasure. That's how desperate everybody is. They can't postpone what's it called? Gratification. They need instant gratification. You need it right now. You really can't wait. Like, do I want another summer not traveling? Of course not. But do we want another 6 summers of not traveling just so we can travel this summer? This is really what I believe it probably is.
True.
And that's what it is. If you really have to have this fucking show, like, all right, you do this, then we're not going to get shows for another 2 more summers then. And then they can, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just don't think everyone's smart enough and gives enough of a fuck about it to make such informed decisions.
So they announced in July, like...
That's what Tiff told me. She said she saw that.
So that means the government will definitely have plans to reopen everything then, essentially. That's what
Quebec... We're going down for sure, but I think we're going down because we have a curfew.
Yeah.
Ontario, you guys are ahead of us. We're in like anywhere between 600 and 800. You guys are over 1,000 still. Like, it's not a huge difference. You guys don't have the curfew, which means mans are going to every man's places and stuff. Like, they stopped that here for the most part. I still hear cunts in the fucking hall. And like, obviously they get there before 8 p.m. and then they'll just stay over or whatever and then leave the next day. So then the same problem exists. You can't really stop it. Right. It's just because nobody will stop the instant gratification. I don't know. To me, that's infuriating. Tiff is commenting a bunch of that's what she's saying. So it looks like we'll have to refund our Bieber tickets if they decide to move ahead with the stadium. Fuck. She's like, darn. Piss me off. They probably just have to legally put a date there. Otherwise, they have to issue a refund. I think she's right. Similar to airlines, if they cancel a flight, they have to refund. But if they postpone 24 hours, they don't have to. So maybe that's where we're at with this, is that they're... I think you're right, actually, yeah. That's true. So they're doing that because we were asking for a refund. There's another show. We had Stormzy tickets, which was for May last year. And we never got... I know, man. I'm extra pissed as well.
That's a piss off. That would have been a show.
Right when his album dropped, too. So I was excited for both of those. They were the only tickets that we had, luckily. But, like, you know, luckily we didn't buy any plane tickets that were unrefundable and all this bullshit. So that these companies are just basically sitting on all this money and not having the new shit with it. So now... Yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. Anyway, I guess we kind of derailed that convo, but yeah, it's a little...
Goddamn COVID. It's okay, mate.
A little annoying. We'll just get back to talking about Beeb. So anyway, so that's enough about that. Last evening, did y'all see the Beres Hammond live?
Nah, I did not. Didn't know it was on until I saw your stories and it was already too over.
Well, it's already
But-
it's saved on YouTube, so
Yeah.
it's not like it was
Have to have a
fucking.
gaze.
He's the god, bro. So people who
Look
don't know,
lovely.
oh, so nice, man. Beres Hammond is a legendary Jamaican singer. I guess it's kind of reggae. I don't even know. It's just dope shit. Like it's soulful stuff. For anyone who's grown up, from what I understand, anyone with any Jamaican family and stuff, just know he's like the barbecue music. My mother-in-law plays him all the time. She's the one who told us about it. He did my joint, like No Disturb sign, which was my fucking jam, and it was just so I never heard him perform before. It was just, I don't know, it was just beautiful. It was beautiful shit. This is actually a week full of beautiful shit. We got some really great stuff. We're going to talk about soon too. I think you'd really appreciate it. No, you especially, because I know you already banged with
Of
Barris.
course.
And it's just like it was just such
Absolutely.
a.
I want to put it through the big speakers when I listen for sure.
Oh yeah, you could just chuck it on this way. It's a jam. It's like an hour and a half or something. Of there's a DJ. You know what's weird?
Perf.
The DJ warming up, which we're gonna talk to you about the other shit. The DJ warming up was playing all Barris songs, and I swear some of them were the songs that he performed. It's just sort of
Oh
like.
my god.
And Tiff was like, "Yeah, but Jamaicans don't care." But I'm like, "It's not about whether people care. It's about the etiquette
The professional
of an
sort
opener
the-
DJ. Yeah, it's like an opener DJ shouldn't be. Oh, she
Shouldn't
called
be
it-
playing. Yeah.
Okay, she said not kind of reggae, real reggae. My bad. I just don't. When I think of Barris, I don't really think of reggae. I guess it is. It's just fire ass shit. I don't know. Because it's not roots reggae. It's not like Bob's.
It's
Love
more
is rock.
soul.
Love is rock. That's what the fuck it is. Yes, it's like Sade type of shit. Like Love is rock is such a name for it. I love that. That's dope. She's like, it's like the leading sound is romantic reggae. There you go. Yeah, it's like fucking music. It's a music that many
the
Jamaican
people.
children are made.
Makes the babies.
That's it. It's beautiful. So I would highly recommend anybody watch that. It was just fucking insane. So
Make a couple babies or fire off a couple, whatever you need.
whatever works for you. No, I love it. I'm here for it. The other day was Erykah Badu's 50th birthday, which was dope. I'm going to give her a round of applause right there. Happy born day, Queen. Badu is the greatest. What day was that? It was like Friday or something. Thursday or Friday, I think.
Yeah, I think. Yep.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Maybe even Saturday. Who knows? But either way, she's 50. Queen. It's really interesting how all our heroes are 50 now. Or close
Yeah,
to.
it's weird, eh?
That is kind of weird. These were getting old, and it's really strange because I don't identify with being old. I think this is what they talk about. Like, I don't feel old.
Yeah, the number keeps fucking dialing up. I feel the same way.
Yeah, but the number keeps
Definitely
changing.
don't feel the age that I am. It's weird.
No, same.
But hey, here we are.
You know, it's good to just keep going, keep staying young, keep that young energy. You know, it's
Keep
pretty
it
real.
vibrant.
Here for that, so that's a beautiful thing. This was something I just saw literally right before we went on. An Australian, like he.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right? Michael Gudinski, who was the owner of Mushroom Records, which is a
Mushroom
big
Records,
label.
yeah.
He discovered, if I'm not mistaken, he discovered Kylie Minogue. For people who know, like this guy was a serious legend. He passed away, like
That's
now.
crazy.
Like, let me just pull up the. Here it is.
Like fresh off the fucking
So,
thing, eh?
yes, I don't want to click on this. That's what I need to do. You're a fucking article. What are you doing? What's happening here? You're upsetting the family. There we go.
Mhm.
So, which is pretty crazy because I saw that and I was like, oh shit, we have to mention that. Just because like he was, some of our friends were signed to his son's label as well because his son signed one called Elusive, which was X.
We've brushed shoulders with him backstage at Mercury Lounge one time back in the day.
Oh, Gudinski? Oh yeah, I remember that.
Remember?
Yeah. Fuck, he was 68. That's so young. Unexpectedly passed away Monday evening, Melbourne time.
Shit, man.
Died peacefully in his sleep. He was a key figure in shaping the Australian music industry. He founded the Mushroom Group in 1972 when he was 20, which became Australia's largest independent entertainment group, with touring record labels, publishing, merchandising, booking agencies, film and television production, and creative services. He was big. He owned Frontier Touring, so he's Australia's leading concert promoter, which probably sucks. Let's see if it says what some of the shit that he did. He said, obviously, the music industry fucked everything up. It was fucked up by COVID. His son Matt, that was the one who started Elusive. Man, that really sucks. He worked some of Australia's biggest names. People won't even know here. Skyhooks, Jimmy Barnes, fucking Barnesy, legend. Archie Roach, Kylie Minogue, who he signed to Mushroom in '87. after she did Locomotion.
Damn.
Man, that's pretty fucking wild. Yeah,
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. So
That's a deep history.
Seriously deep. That's a genuine shame. I know that a lot of Aussies will be fucked up by that. You know, R.I.P. to the god. That's it's pretty crazy. So that shit just
R.I.P. mate.
Yeah, man. What are you cracking there? Speaking of
cracking one of the grisette, the baby mandrill grisette.
Nice. This is a really nice beer. It's super soft.
I believe I've had this years and years and years ago.
Yes, I might have hooked you up a little while back.
Because I remember the artwork. Because I have a photo of this from yonks ago, but the photo was trash. So I'll see if I can get one. Yeah,
they did that and
right here, right now.
Hey. And they had the mandrill, which is the saison, and that's the grisette, the light mystery lit.
Artwork is fire.
Yeah, man, it's cool shit. Shouts to what's that fucking company does it called again? My brasserie. You know what I mean? So,
exactly.
Was there any other news before we get to the GOAT, the fucking most legendary dude of all time? Is there anything else mans want to chat about?
I don't really see much. I've seen a lot of adverts for Coming to America 2 recently, but other than that, there doesn't seem to be... they announced a new Spider-Man movie. That's the biggest thing that I know. But apart from that...
I'm not gonna lie, I can't say that tickles.
Yeah, it's fuck all on my screen. I've got nothing interesting in my screenshot section other than music stuff and mountain bike stuff, and you ain't trying to hear that. Do you know what I mean?
Well, do you know what that means?
Well,
we're going to get right into it.
Safe easy.
Means we're getting into the GOAT. We're going to talk about the D'Angelo Verzuz Friends, which he wasn't really Verzuz.
Oh, shit.
He just basically performed in, hour and a half, maybe, concert for y'all for free. For us, when I say y'all. This was so wild. D'Angelo has been a very important figure for me personally. I'd imagine for you too, Nosh. Since we were very young, I bought this album when I was 14 when it came out. Don't do the math. And, it was just the most insane sound. I hadn't heard anything like it. No one had ever sounded like him as far as like that layered falsetto way that he presented his music. The things he was talking about. He was one of the first artists, if not the first, aside from maybe like Nate Dogg or something, to sort of talk like a rapper sometimes in the way that like sing in his, a singer that said shit like a rapper.
He brought the hip hop to soul for sure.
Absolutely. I mean, I guess I was a dude before then. I mean, they called Mary J. Blige the queen of hip hop soul, but I feel like she was not really singing gangster shit. Like I feel like shit damn motherfuckers about killing his wife who was cheating on him, like with his friend. Like it's so gangster. Like no one was doing that. So they got him to do a versus. It said him, D'Angelo versus Friends. He did bring some guests on, what we'll talk about as we went through, and it was at Live at the Apollo Theater in New York City, legendary venue. So essentially, it was just him and DJ Scratch, who I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is like the legendary DJ Scratch, like the same dude.
Yeah.
He played for about an hour opening, like as they tend to do. They're really making this shit like a real show with like openers and
like a regular concert.
Which is mad annoying.
Just like looking at your watch, like when is this fucking show going to start? Oh, my feet are sore already. Oh, but luckily you can sit down in the comfy little chairs of your home there. That's the only good part about it because you can go in the kitchen and do this and that and come back and still going.
We were having dinner beforehand and we were watching something with it. We were like, we just put the phone on the table in front of us and watched they kept an eye on it as it was going, and it just kept. He just kept DJing.
Kept going.
So we're just like, all right, we managed to watch a full 1 hour show, finish the show, and then go right into D'Angelo. But the fuck shit was, I guess, shouts to Scratch. But dude, like the music that he was playing sounded like one of the like a club from like 2001
early 2000s
in Melbourne that were way late by playing the same shit when all the white people discovered hip hop. When me and you were listening to it forever, and everyone was making fun of us, and then all of the Beckys and Chads discovered it. Sorry, guys, but that's what it is. Y'all, they were playing like that music, but it was like hardcore hip hop. So he's playing Onyx, and he was playing just like this is a D'Angelo show. Why aren't you playing like a neo soul set?
Things that fit, yeah.
It was just so jarring to me. Like, what the fuck was he thinking? Like, why was that okay? Like,
and he was excessively scratching everything for too long.
Yes, that's what you were saying to me. I was like, that was pretty funny.
Man, because it was like, I get it. Like, he's legendary. He's got so many skills. He's very consistent. His timing's out of control. His control is out of control. And then he just kept on going. There was certain he's totally out of in control. Anyway, he was going on for so long that it was actually like getting distracting. Like, okay, that's enough. I get it. And then, he'd go again. And I was like, fuck. I'm like, I'm here by myself. I'm like, fucking Jesus, bro. Like, it's enough. Like, I'm saying it out loud.
Yeah, just stop it. Let's get this moving.
I get it. You're amazing. Just keep it going, mate.
Right? And
next
play
song.
some Maxwell or something, for fuck's sake. Like, what are you doing? So
There's a
wild,
lot of hip-hop, yeah.
Yeah, it was just such... it didn't set the mood. And the idea of the openers to set the mood, and the mood was certainly not set. Though nothing could ruin D'Angelo, so it was fine. But I was just disappointed with that. Bruce Morris in the building. Shouts to Bruce, you bloody legend. He's like youngster.
Brucey.
I imagine he's referring to my age. We were just talking about it the other day. Bruce was telling me him and his wife, Julie, shouts to her, she's lovely, had seen D'Angelo live in around 95, 96 when like this shit happened. Oh, man.
We missed him when we were traveling. Was it London Jazz Cafe? As soon as we got there, he just left.
Yeah, I think we just... Wow, I forgot
and
about
then
that.
There was another place in Europe where we were leaving the day before he got there, so like Scotland or something like that.
I don't
But we missed him twice.
I'm glad you just mentioned it. Fuck. I'm extra...
The Jazz Cafe was like, if we had known, we could have booked it. There's no way we could have known, but like it just...
No.
That's how it happened, because we were like... I remember watching... I've seen it before, the video footage of that. I'm like, that's what we missed. Sick.
And they had they released a live album. I bought the live out, like the Japanese version of the live one for that. Like they really
perfect.
Yeah, it was pretty short. Like it was only like 6-8 songs or something, but pretty dope. But yeah, so we did. I saw him in 2013 here in Montreal.
13.
And it was crazy. 13, sorry. But I guess we'll just run through the tracks. Just like the track list was insane. I was waiting. I was like, all right, because I'm writing them down where they're like, all right, who's someone going to come out? Because we didn't know the.
Did you watch it through your TV, through your surround sound, or through your speakers at all?
Not the speakers, because the speakers are behind me and the TV's over there.
They're not attached, okay.
They're not attached, no. So, but our speakers brand new. TV's brand new.
Yeah,
so the
TV's
speakers
new.
Were really good.
Sick.
So we were okay.
No, it was the first time I watched the Verzuz in proper sound because I wasn't able to get it going through iTunes the last couple of times. I did it once ages ago, and it just didn't want to work for me. Just kept on fucking being an asshole. Yeah. So I got this to work. It was coming through my speakers. I have everything going real nice, lights low, and man, it was probably my favorite one. Like, couldn't even touch it. It was super, super fire. Sound wise, it's really pleasure because some of the other ones had been shit. Even though it was like plugged into their gear and stuff, it just wasn't as clear as that. So that was top tier output.
I didn't even think about that. That's a really good point. Like it was
because it's like this. Yeah, if anybody's got any kind of nice system, it's going to be extra appreciated because even though D'Angelo was singing on top of his already done songs, it was still like blending well. And when he's playing like live piano and then the Rhodes, it seemed to fit nice. So it was really good listening experience. Yes. Even though the visual was delayed, the audio was proper.
Yes, agreed. I didn't even think about it because that's how good it's supposed to be. That good that you don't even think about how good it is.
That's true, and they did their fucking job,
which is great. Bruce Morris said that in Detroit is where he saw D'Angelo, which is even cooler because that would have been a great time,
that's
great
gangster.
place to see all that type of soulful shit back then. But so we didn't know the format because it said versus friend. So I thought maybe he'd go one song and then he'd bring out somebody else. Like there'd be maybe you go back and forth for 2 or 3 songs and then blah blah blah. But it was not that. It was basically a straight up and down concert. So we started
it in.
Yeah, exactly. So which was cool, but I guess we didn't know what to think. So, and at first, because he did this song called I didn't know what it was called. It sounded like it was called "That's Love." Like I didn't know it. I don't know if it was a new one or something like that. And then he went into Cruising straight away. And I was like, oh, okay, back to back songs, interesting. And he was singing over it, and I was like, oh, okay, like, that's what, I forgot, because it's been a while since we've seen the verses, that that's what they do. They're not performing, they're just singing along with themselves to make it an entertaining experience. So it threw me off to start. So he killed Cruisin'.
He was singing a lot of ad libs and shit.
Yes, he was harmonizing with himself, which was cool. Then he did the chorus for Shit Down Motherfucker, which was cool, but I was upset he didn't do the full song because that was a big one for me. So he started heavy.
That was very short.
Very short, like just the 20 seconds, 30 seconds. He started heavy with Brown Sugar joints, which was dope. He did
Brown Sugar medley, yeah.
Essentially, yes. Basically, the first 6 songs or something like that. He did All Right, which was amazing.
Love that.
He did Lady. It's just disgusting. And this is something you and me were texting, because you and me were texting during it. He did the World Is Yours sample, played like the Nas World Is Yours.
He went to the actual piano.
Went to the actual, because he had like a Rhodes or whatever, and he had actual keys. So he went and did that. That shit was crazy. This was, I didn't realize how much it was a favorite joint. This was me and those dreaming eyes of mine. Like, I was like goosebumped up. I was like, oh my fucking god!
Yeah.
Like, it was just insane. It's one of the greatest songs.
Goodness. Yeah, so good.
Oh, it's too much. It's just so beautiful. Then is when it got hilarious. So he comes out and they start playing back and forth, and then Redman and Method Man just walk out. And we're like, what the fuck? Because I was pretty high too, so I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And Redman didn't he look kind of like not the
Look
greatest?
a little older.
He looked older, and he looked like a little like mashup.
A little grey.
Yeah, and a little like
maybe smoked a little extra.
Saggy or something. Like he just wasn't
saggy,
looking
maybe.
dope.
Yeah.
Meth was looking great, looking jacked, and like those dudes are definitely gonna be like 50 for sure.
Yeah, they're definitely pushing late 40s, coming up to the 50. But yeah, they're looking pretty good. Meth is definitely on the workout tip and eating his protein shakes.
Mate, he's
yeah, Red, fuck, I don't know. He looks okay, but it definitely looks like he's aging a smidgy, but they still look good and they had that vibe going on.
Which was cool.
But then, like, fucking, he had the scarf, like the face shield. Red had that on, pulled it up halfway. I thought it was a little odd, but.
Yeah, and just kept like.
They were very close, dapping, hugging and shit.
But then still wearing a mask.
Everybody was. Over the whole concert, like all the guests were hugging and, even the jazz, the trumpet player at the start, or dapped D'Angelo when he said bye and stuff. Everyone was, touchy-feely and respectful and shit of like COVID and stuff. So that was a little off-putting.
Yeah, it's like,
but
whatever. I guess we're going to touch on that.
I guess they're all getting tested before they can even do that kind of shit because they're like probably get a doctor on site. They were all worth too much money to not be properly sorted out. Like, for example, Joe Rogan has two doctors at his crib, and he just gets fucking everybody tested like around the clock. You can get them at whatever you want.
Wow.
So cunts don't play when you get some dollars, eh?
Yeah, man. I mean,
so I'm sure that's what the deal was, but
that's a good point with that actually.
So weird to see them all so close.
Yeah, it was a little sort of disarming, but at least it was definitely made for a good performance. The Red and Meth was super cool. And then I was like, oh, maybe they'll do like How High, or they'll do some shit like that. But they did, which is even cooler actually. They did Breakups to Makeups, Method Man song off, I think it's Popcaan 2. And I fucking love that joint. It was so sick. And he did one verse though. So that was still dope, but then they just left. I'm like, oh, okay. So then he did a bunch of joints, most of these, I think, were from Voodoo. He did 1,000 Deaths. No, that was from the new one. That was from Black Messiah.
From Messiah, yeah.
Yeah, he did Back to the Future Part 2, which was also from Black Messiah. And this was the run from Thingo. He did Devil's Pie, which was always a classic. One More Again, classic. Chicken Grease, fucking slapper. Then he came back and he started playing Shook Ones Part 2 on piano. Like, fuck off.
Fucking amazing.
So good. It's just like, man, it was just... I think you and me were just like, fuck off, we're just losing our mind the whole time, like just texting back.
That was special. I was like, oh man, he's gonna do that.
But what do I do? Do I
over this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do I Instagram this or just sit and enjoy it?
Yeah. Like, do I Instagram it? Do I text Brad about it, or just sit there and watch it? Like, I didn't know what to do. Like, so I was just like, all right. Half the time I was just sort of like paralyzed. And then he went into Feel Like Making Love, which is super smooth, super sick. Another classic.
Start getting made.
My gosh, man! It was just classic. Did you watch this, by the way? Oh, bro, you fucking hell. What were you doing? Playing video games or some shit?
Yeah, I think so. Sorry.
I should have texted you to remind you.
That's okay.
Shit, I love it.
It's your fault.
Just playing that Call of Duty, innit? Just like shoot. I'll just be shooting cunts on Saturday night.
You shoot man, you know what I mean?
Literally,
I love it.
You know,
so then,
Then so while Dan's doing that, me and Nurse are just creaming.
It's creaming.
Jones in My Bones, always a classic. He did Really Love from Black Messiah, which is my favorite joint off that album, which was Flyer. He did a bunch of other slappers from Mix from the albums. Another Life, Send It On.
Send It On.
Send It On was great. And Spanish joint. Oh, I love that fucking joint.
It's disgusting.
So sick. Then he sort of tripped out. Then he brought her out.
That was crazy.
And she did her verse. She was playing guitar, and singing. She did her verse from Best Part, the Daniel Caesar collab. And D'Angelo was just staring at her the whole time. He was like, he was this one. It was funny because it's hard to tell because he's like, I look at him, I'm thinking he's a smooth motherfucker, man. He can get whatever he needs.
Yeah.
So I was like, he's looking at me like, I'm like, well, he's got it. He's like, it's over. And then they did Nothing Even Matters, the collab with Lauryn Hill from Miseducation, and
that's cool.
Did Lauren's parts, which is beautiful. Very cool. So hopefully they'll work.
Did you hear they said, they're gonna do a song together? And then she was like, oh my god, and they had a moment. So that's gonna be amazing. Their songs, their album song would be ridiculous.
Yeah, I feel like that's what we need. I want to see D'Angelo working with people like that. Like, she's incredible. So basically, as we were saying, versus Friends, there was no Friends for probably like 15 songs or some shit between Meth and then coming to her. Not that we were complaining because it was D'Angelo.
There's going to be more people, to be honest, because you said and Friends. I mean, that was literally a few cunts. It should have been D'Angelo and a few cunts. That's what it should have been on the flyer. Would have made more sense.
Technically a few because there was three. Specifically three.
That's what I'm saying.
That was a three. Yeah. Back home, we call that a three cunner.
Three cunner. That's it.
Yep.
You know
what I mean? And then
oh my god,
he wrapped everything up. He did The Root, and then he did Brown Sugar, and it was just like honestly, classic. I really do think it's up there in the conversation for one of the greatest songs ever written. It's just so incredible. And then he ended it, of course, with Untitled. How Does It Feel for the ladies? Which is always strange to me. That was his biggest song because I think it's a great song, obviously. But I just really feel
it's just because of the video. Like he got his gear off and the birds.
It's actually pretty genius
thing, and
I'm sure if
he's
I
not
was a chick, I'd
most proud of it. But
so man, it was just
all these lady boners floating around. I mean, fuck.
Lady boners. We got this episode. Lady boners.
No, it was Misty-Eyed
Verzuz. Because we were like, you and me, obviously, I could tell you were as wasted.
In brackets, lady boners.
Okay. I'll add that in.
Oh my god.
You and me were texting. I could tell you were as lit as I was because we were both men. I'm just like, it was funny because I said it to you and then I saw someone tweet it. So I was like, okay, it's not just me. But I was like, honestly, man, I'm just grateful we're alive to watch it, to witness this. This was the most beautiful thing I've seen in a while. And I meant every word of it too. Like, it genuinely was one of the most beautiful shit I've seen in in a long time. It meant so much to us. Like, I can't really express. If you weren't there in like 95 listening to this shit and really seeing what the impact of the world, at least that world, was, like, it's hard to really express what that meant to see him now. Someone who dropped, he did 95 with Brown Sugar, he did 2000 Voodoo, and then 2013, I believe, or 2015 was Black Messiah. 2015, I think.
Who can do that?
So 5 years and then 15 years.
Amazing.
Right. So he's the least prolific GOAT, arguably, of all time. I mean,
on record.
There, right. Yeah. Because, like, you could, as far as Lauryn Hill only had one solo, one, really two. One was a live album, one was a solo album. So she did fuck all, and both of them are diamond. But this dude really changed the game. I truly believe that he's just a special individual, and it was so cool that the Verzuz cats got him to do this. And like, I would have liked to have seen D'Angelo versus Maxwell, personally. But I'm also not mad at a D'Angelo concert. So,
You'd never be mad at that, mate. That was absolutely delicious. It's special and super soothing, and it was great for them to have a nice stage. Everything looked like proper. It was it was just good, man. Maybe that's why the sound was so good, because it was at the Apollo Theater,
it's a
right?
live venue.
So maybe that they're just used to it. They're just like, that's how they roll. Shit's proper there. So, but yeah, that was a good one. Probably the best one.
Yeah, I think there's a real lot of great ones, but even though this wasn't really a Versus, it was like a Versus Presents concert series, and it actually might be an indication of things to come from these guys, like maybe that's what they're going to do. Maybe it's not just all Versus, maybe they'll just do live
Digital concerts.
They
just like had to slowly get everyone ready for it.
And did you notice all the sponsors that they're having now? Like
they had a lot of more product placement and stuff in the foreground and shit. There was wine and
McBride Sisters. We actually had them. We worked with them for one of our clients. Tiff spoke with them and said they were lovely. Their story is fucking amazing. Yo, real quick, just to tell their story, it's fucking the coolest shit. So they're black sisters, one from the same father. One of them went to live in California with, I guess, her mum, and then the other one went to New Zealand to live with her mum. And they're like me and you, like fraternal, like they're not twins or anything, but they're like and I don't think they even knew of each other. And they both reconnected. I forgot how, probably through like like some sort of agency or some shit, like 23andMe or something crazy reconnected them. But the funny part was that one of them grew up in Marlborough, New Zealand, which is the wine country there, and then the other one was at like Napa in California. So then they both were educated in wine. They both really loved wine, and they came together and started a winery called the McBride Sisters, and that's the Black Girl Magic wine. And it's very funny when you see them talk, because one of them they're African American women. One of them talks like with an American accent. The other one's like, "Oh, hey, bro. Oh, it's Sue Joyce."
Yes.
And it's just really weird when you see this like African American woman speak with a serious New Zealand accent. It is kind of cute. It was just very funny to see it.
That's funny.
But their story is fucking awesome, man. I think so. We were really happy when we saw that because we had worked with them, and they just seem cool as fuck, and they're dominating. So I was like, all right, they put money up for this. They knew that the D'Angelo show is for the aunties with the fucking who were gonna drink their wine that says Black Girl Magic on it, that's black owned, and it was a genius marketing move. And man, more power to them. Keep winning.
That's what's up.
Beautiful, love it.
Bam.
So, with that said, it's got to be about time for...
Ooh, what do you reckon? What do you reckon?
So, being that Dan hasn't said shit for like 75 years, because we've been talking about D'Angelo, like,
taking in
14-year-old schoolgirls jacking over him with our lady buddies.
That's accurate, yeah.
Talk to me with what do you reckon?
Cool. My question is, what fictional character would you like to beat the shit out of? That is my question. That is my question. Yeah.
All right. I like that. Are you high?
That's
no, I'm not. I'm
your eyes are mad red. I was like, what's
up,
bro?
I'm good.
Man's been huffing the chuff.
Mate,
it's too much video games, that's all it is.
Video games?
Yeah.
Give a man a PlayStation 5, fuck, can't even talk to him anymore.
Can't even talk to him anymore. Too much streaming.
It's like, people, what?
Yo, speaking of that, real quick, just before we answer the question, the other day, Dan's like, yo, come down. Dan's parents sent him a birthday gift. It was for him, but it was like kind of for all of us, but it was like, so we were like, okay, we'll come down. And they were on like a Zoom with him that said g'day and that, and they fucking, there's a photo that I took a selfie. Or it was actually Dan's mum took it, I think, because her face was bigger.
Yeah.
And it was at the front of your house, Nosh, in 2017 when they came to visit. So it was me, you, and Dan, Tiff's mum, Dan's mum and dad, and Dan's brother. So like, I don't know, what's that, 9 of us or something? Yeah, we'll show it.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Squad deep.
Here we go for those. So that photo, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mans. So there's your old joint. And they printed it onto a throw, like a large rug thing for your couch. And if you put it up to your head, then basically it's life size as far as the head, except Dan's mum, because she took the selfie, so her head's bigger. But we stood next to it, and our heads are the same size. Like it's, we were like, when Dan he's like, oh, they sent some sort of rug thing. What's this about? And then he pulls it open.
That's
and we're
amazing.
Like,
That's amazing,
off, man. It was the funniest shit I've ever seen. I swear to God, we fucking.
How did it feel to see your face on a piece of material?
I enjoyed it thoroughly. I thought like, yo, and that photo was taken with like just a phone. And they got it printed on something that big, and it held up pretty good.
That was the quality of it didn't really.
It was
deteriorate. It was
genuinely hilarious.
It was great. I'll bring it up. I forgot to bring it up.
Oh yeah, I was actually going to tell you to bring up the show
Should've
with
brought
people
it
then, but it's fine. It's
That's
fucking
right.
So wild.
So anyway, that was that. That was just a really fun thing that happened this week in Muslim Age. I feel like there's a lot happening this week. It's been like a lot of like.
I've just found out now that Dr. Dre teased the track with Eminem and King Crooked. And in his verse, he had a verse about his brain aneurysm, and he dissed his ex-wife.
Yo, I heard about that. Yo,
I didn't
do you know
realize
what else I heard?
that.
I heard there was a potential album with Dre, Conway, and Eminem.
Okay, that would be
Whoa.
That would be insane.
Fuck. I just remember I should have written that down when I saw it.
that would be insane.
Because there's a picture of them together, right? Someone tweeted a photo of Conway, M, and Dre and said, yo, apparently there's going to be a collab album between these three. Conway retweeted it with the shh emoji.
Yeah, that means it'll happen.
So he's either cock teasing and like trying to bullshit mans, or he's like...
he's
it's
done
happening.
songs with Eminem.
He's on Shady.
Yeah.
We had the album on Shady anyway. So anyway, that's the photo, yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, hang on, Alchemist. Not Dre. Alchemist, Conway, and Eminem. My bad.
Interesting.
Different individuals.
Oh, that's, I mean, shit. Alchemist, that'd be fucking fire.
Pretty crazy, eh?
That'd be Dirt City, yeah.
That'd be fucking killed. So we've got to keep an eye out for that. So anyway, who do you want to beat up? Who wants to answer that one? No, you want to beat up a man?
Doing this?
Beat up?
Beating up mans? Yeah, I really couldn't think of anything. It took me a while. And then I was like, what have I watched? I started thinking of like movies, and I was like, no, what series have I watched or whatever? And I was like, who actually was who was a cunty character that I'd actually want to smash in the face? So I finally came down to Joffrey from Game of Thrones.
Oh, that's a god tier answer.
That's a great
That's the
answer.
answer.
Is it?
That's-
Word up. Okay.
You can't beat that.
'Cause I was, really? Okay. I win the segment?
Yeah, you win the
That's it.
segment.
You win.
I don't honestly think
Shut down.
I was trying to be funny, but you got the perfect one. Because
Uh-huh.
nothing came to mind. That's fucking amazing.
That's
Well
what I'm
done.
saying. And I was
Well
thinking cartoons. I was thinking like dumb cunt. It was like dumb cunt asshole animated real person. I went for a while. I smoked a whole spliff and thought for 15 minutes on what I could choose.
Look at that, Dan. They're just taking your
amazing.
shit very seriously.
It's amazing. It's great to see.
See what I'm saying, boys?
Yo.
Every single week, I just put
Nobody.
that effort in. You know what I'm saying?
Don't question Nosh's dedication to bad habits.
Ever.
He breathes this shit. He shits this shit.
Any day, I'll do it, mate.
I love it.
Same
Honestly,
question.
I kind of feel like you should have gone last after having an answer that good. You should have told us
Well,
you had the fire
we didn't tell each other the answers, and I didn't think that was even a good one. So, like, all right,
No.
what are you just? What
I
are we
think
going to do? We're
that's
going to
perfect.
stop. That's it.
No, we have
We're just
to.
going to go home.
I'm gonna try and be funny because that's all I have. Because that's the actual like. There's not that many people as cunties. You want to punch? He's got a punchable
Yeah,
ass
he's
face.
like, he's got a punchable face, and he's
Yeah.
a cunt. So.
Yeah, it's a little.
The actual actor is a G though.
Is it?
Yeah, he's Irish, and he's
Shit.
yeah, and I've seen him interviews with him, and he's like super
Fancy
well
that.
spoken. Dirty treated herd. You know, he's that's how you
potatoes.
Shasta Island. I love you,
cunts.
cunts.
Something like that. So.
Me messages. I don't know.
We Lucky Charms.
So
That's
the
Scottish.
yeah. No, that's Irish because it's a leprechaun thing.
Donovan trousers.
Oh, yo, I was thinking. Okay, Craig jumped in. This is good. He said, "What about Mr. or Ms. Garrison?" That's a great one of South Park.
Really?
Mr. Garrison. That's actually really funny because I was thinking South Park too. I was trying to think of a character that I didn't bangs with too much.
I love Mr. Garrison. He's
Oh.
so funny.
Yeah, Mr. Garrison. He's a cunt, but he's pretty funny. He's
He's a cunt when he becomes president.
yeah,
okay,
he becomes
yeah.
Trump. So that's
Oh, that's
When he
true.
becomes
Yeah,
president,
punch
he's a
him,
cunt.
man.
But before that, he's just so funny.
yeah.
He's too funny.
So the two people I thought of that I don't even really particularly dislike, but I thought it was funny was. Do you remember Malcolm in the Middle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The youngest
It was a
one.
good. Actually,
Dewey.
like that. Oh.
Doesn't he just seem like a little fuck? He's trying to punch him in his
Oh,
face.
because he had big ears and he had that
Yeah.
little face, like he
But
just
wasn't he-
fucking belt the cunt.
Yeah, wasn't he?
Because he
cheeky?
didn't say much,
I thought he was
and
like
he'd
cheeky.
smile and get away with everything.
Yeah, he was like sly, right? Wasn't he like a little like slick with it? And he'd do shit.
Innocent, I guess. Yeah,
But
he
he
looked
actually
innocent, but he did dirty shit.
right. So I thought he'd be a good
Sneaky.
one. I didn't want to like think about
That's a good one. I
beating
like
up
that one.
children. And then the other one
Well,
I had.
if you're the same age, you can punch on, then that's okay. You can square
yeah,
up if you're
or
the
you
same.
could do a little quick one on the sly.
Just a quick one.
I mean, you could
His
you
mum-
could just elbow.
His
you
mum
can
can't
elbow
see-
him.
look at-
his mum can't see. So.
Exactly. Just give him a little quick one, you know. And then the
Quick
other
shift.
one, quick shift. The other one I thought that would be funny. Remember Home Improvement?
Never seen it.
Yeah,
Tim the
of
Tall
course.
Man Taylor. Wilson.
Oh, you want to punch the neighbor?
Yeah, I just thought it was funny because you never see his face. You just see his eyes. And I just thought
So
it
would
was
you
like,
would you punch him through the fence, or would you just give him one of those
nah,
rainbow dogs?
I jump and go, bah! Just a quick one.
Jumping, like a Superman punch.
Yeah, just come up in the air when he's right there in front of you and there's a bam, right down. Get the
Fucking
downward.
bam.
The downward right down there.
Down.
But he didn't do anything
You've
to
got
make
some
no one hit
awkward,
him, though.
unorthodox punching style. See Feezy, crouching tiger hidden. See Feezy, you have to figure,
Unless you can, there's a
to
hole, you
sort you
get him
out,
with
right?
the non-dominant hand. Get him
and then he can,
fucking hold
he
it.
can just pop him on top like a
Right on
fucking
top.
mallet
That'd be even funnier.
Pop him
Do a
into the
hammer
ground.
punch just on the top of the head. It's like, yeah, you're fucking.
on some Warner Brothers shit.
Yeah, but that was like... So obviously the Dewey was funnier there. So I thought because Wilson seemed really random to me. And...
I mean, I felt like he doesn't deserve a punch in the face. You know, it doesn't deserve
he
a
probably
coaxing from
doesn't.
you.
he probably
But
does.
the little cunt had it coming, and I support your choice there. So you can stick with Dewey
Thanks, man.
from Malcolm in the Middle.
I appreciate that.
I like
appreciate
that. I
it.
support that.
All right, so that was good. And then Dan was
Dan?
saying something.
What do you got, mate?
Do you remember Toy Story? Sid from Toy Story. The
Oh, the
weird one
badass
that
neighbor.
used to destroy all
yeah.
the toys, but like
Torches
he had
all the toys.
torches. Yeah, he had no reason to do
He
it.
Frankenstein's them.
Yeah, you Frankenstein.
That's the one?
It's so fucked. So fucked. I got.
And he blows up the soldiers in the backyard with
Yeah,
fireworks
yeah.
and shit.
Yeah, he's a
Mhm.
little fucking piece of shit.
I got a whole list here from Reddit.
Okay.
Someone says Sheldon Cooper from The Big Bang Theory.
I never saw that.
Sheldon, because they would have punched him in his face because he's the science.
He's just
nerd.
uptight and yeah. Ted Mosby from How I Met Your Mother, because he's just such a bitch, I guess. But
He's a know-it-all.
yeah, he's a
Cunty.
know-it-all as well. Troy from High School Musical. I don't know what he did to people
I don't know.
to make them mad.
Who the fuck's seen that show? Unless you're a teenage girl.
True. Every character from the Friends.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
See, I should have picked that. That would have
Yeah.
been very valid for me. I
Do
enjoy that.
you remember The
That's
Simpsons? They had Springfield and Shelbyville.
Yes, the Shelby.
Everyone from Shelbyville.
Everyone?
basically.
Everyone from
from
Shelbyville.
That's
There
a
was
great
not a
answer.
nice person from Shelbyville.
No.
That's all I can. There's all the relevant answers.
So it's like a Reddit. That's a good. Fuck, we should go to Reddit for all these questions.
Reddit's got great ones.
That is a great one.
That's a great answer. I was gonna piggyback off that for a question. I thought it might be interesting to say like, it could either be the fictional character or the actress. Like
Fictional
What
character.
fictional character?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see Jane
Sorry.
above, amazing. Oh, hang on. Craig says Sergeant Stadenko. Who's that and where are they from?
That name rings a bell. I read it on the screen. I don't know who that is or what that's from.
It's just like wow.
But the
friends,
name-
wow.
From a movie Up in Smoke.
Up in Smoke. Oh, hang on. Up in Smoke. Oh, was it Cheech and Chong?
Cheech and
Oh
Chong.
yeah. I don't remember that shit. I've seen it. I think
I've seen
bought
that
the
probably
DVD.
twice. Absolutely lit beyond lit.
Yeah, that's the problem. 'Cause you don't remember. You're high as fuck.
That's the whole point of watching the movie.
Yeah, because it's it's the fun
You
of
watch it
watching,
and
like,
forget it,
weed
so you can
movies.
watch it again like it's brand new and laugh again for the first time.
Yo, I never thought of it like that. That's
It's designed like that. I think so. So you get so lit, you don't remember. Because, like, for example, there's certain movies that you see, like, as a kid, whatever, and you always, oh, not a kid, because you're not supposed to get lit when you're a kid, but anyway, when you're of age and you get lit and you see movies and you never see the ending, and then when you get later on in life and you're maybe not smashed and you watch it for once and you see the ending, it's like, is that how it fucking ends? This movie's trash. I'm glad I cut it off. You know, you didn't waste your time. There's so many of them that just, like, flip the script like that, so.
That's so
You know,
that's a really
Getting
great
high
way
and
to
watching
look at it.
movies is the way to
It's the
go.
money zone. You know what? Do you know what?
The
You're
money
fucking.
zone.
You're so right because I do that all the time for movies, but I do it even more often with stand-up comedy. And I've been able to watch
Oh,
the same because I don't like watching the same. I'm not like a lot of people listen to the same songs over and over and over, and they'll watch the like. I don't like that shit. Like I don't like doing the same thing over. I want to like what's next, so I can have a wider lived experience. I'd rather watch more movies than the same 3 movies 100 times each, or listen to more music rather than the same shit. Or I don't really read books twice, so seeing something like stand-up comedy, which for me is really just a one-time thing, more than once because I'm high and I don't remember it, is the best. I love it.
that's pretty funny.
And I never thought of it until you just fucking said it now. It's a side effect of it. Because I always I remember the other day, like, went down to see we watched, I was like, oh, it was your birthday. Well, what do you want to watch?
Oh yeah.
And we watched Dave Chappelle. And it was one we'd already seen, but I didn't remember it. I was like, yeah, put on Dave Chappelle. I don't know. I don't remember this shit. Let's
It
go.
was great.
But I never thought about why I don't remember it. That's awesome.
That's funny though, because like the stand-up comedy thing for me is like listening to a rap song. Like I'll learn the words quickly. If I watch stand-up 2 or 3 times, like I'll know most of the setups and the punchlines and like the timing and stuff. And then if I watch it like even more like Delirious, then I can fucking almost recite it, or some shit like we used to watch way too many times. So stand-up for me, I can't watch it that much because I will remember it like I listened to a rap song a few times and I'll remember the flow or the whatever. So, but otherwise, yeah, it is good to get smashed and watch a comedy movie because I just don't remember the jokes. Because like some people like, when you used to have those jobs when you're a little kid and everyone's like, oh, they recite all these things from these movies. And it's like, fuck, how do you remember all that shit? I can only do that for like 3 or 4 movies. And there's cunts out there that can do that for 15, 20 movies and they can recite them all the time, all near perfect. It's like, that's just too much. My brain can't do all that. So I find it's a pretty serious talent.
It is. Or they just leave those shits on, like instead of watching YouTube in the background, they just put in that movie.
Oh, that's true. Looking for a comfort thing.
Yeah, just have something on. So maybe people do that with movies. We do it with TV shows sometimes. If we're working at night, put something on. If we're not listening to music.
Yeah, if you can't decide, it's like chuck on something
Chuck on something Like
I've definitely done that.
All of Modern Family, like all 11 seasons over the last few months, and just put them on at night while we're working. You probably watch 2, 3, 4 in a few hours, whatever. Just kind of chill. And then the problem is it's too much of a good show because I'm sitting here and I got to turn around to watch it. So I'll be here, a bit.
It's better when you can like watch like something you can just listen to. You don't actually have to watch it.
That's why podcasts.
I actually put on. Sorry.
I say podcasts are kind of good for that. Like you put the video.
Podcasts.
I know, like Bad Habits, say for example.
Oh, you could possibly do that.
Leave that in the background.
In your kitchen and listen to us talk shit about fucking stuff. Yeah, fucking sweet.
Look at that. We got it for you. Sorry, mate. I cut you off. What were you saying?
Oh, nothing. I watched Gladiator yesterday. I chucked on a movie that I owned on DVD back in the day because Russell Crowe and shit. And so I didn't really watch because I was editing photos on my phone and like just doing stuff. And it was on. I looked at it occasionally, but I wasn't like watching it. And it's just nice to have like because I remembered so many parts from it. But then as soon as "Are you not entertained?" like that part when he's in the Coliseum, like Jay-Z.
Yeah.
What more can I say? Intro. I was like, I dropped I was in the middle of like rolling actually, so I stopped. I put everything down. I was like, and it's just like this movie can never be anything any different ever. This is just like because as soon as it goes, "Are you not entertained?" and it's like the crowd comes up and it's like,
Did you do it?
Your guru put some up. Yeah, I did. I swear to God, I was sitting here, and then I'm like, "Yo, put some up." Turn the music up, turn headphones up, put me down. Oh my God, dude! So when that part of the movie comes on, there's nothing else that my brain like switches to. It's just fucking amazing. So that was a good movie to chuck on because Russell Crowe's a good fucking actor, and I forgot. It was just really good to see. So that was a random movie that I threw on as a background, which I don't usually do because I'll put like lo-fi or some music we have to listen to for this beautiful podcast and clean my shindig. Like that's always fun.
That's fucking awesome. I love that. I gotta watch that again too. By the way, Craig is saying so good. Hans Zimmer for the soundtrack win.
Oh, Hans Zimmer is the best, mate. He's the orchestrator. Fucking Hans. He has a masterclass on how to be a sick cunt and make music scores.
Oh, that's a pretty good one. How to be a sick cunt masterclass. I reckon we might be able to like teach that.
We should get Trent from Punchy from YouTube.
Yeah,
that one.
Oh yeah, that's really niche Aussie YouTube.
That's super
from
niche
like
YouTube.
Fucking 15 years ago.
2002.
Actually, when did YouTube start? It probably was later.
2005.
Okay, so we've been pretty.
I don't know, something like that. It was anyway. I was lying about the thing.
I don't reckon cunts will even think it's funny, but I think it's very, very strange.
Trent from Punchy is shocking. If you show Canadians, like I've showed some mates of like, okay, so why is this funny though? Like I get he's like a drongo and blah blah blah, but like why is this funny? I'm like, I guess I'll be just I don't know, man. I've met that cunt at the train station before because he asked me for fucking ciggies and spare change. I don't know, it's different. You haven't met Trent from Punchy at the station.
Yeah,
I don't know. Anyway, totally sidetracked. My bad.
We are getting sidetracked. That's fucking.
Blame it on the boogie. All right.
Right. Get that one in. What'd you go for the second?
It's the grisette. Still got
we
more
talked
beer
about that.
to put in it.
Fuck, it's like
we did this. I'm just drinking it slowly.
Good man. So no, I
No,
saw
it's
you.
his eye.
I guess I forgot we had that conversation. So, with all of that said, how do you guys feel about getting into a bit of fucking... Oh, hang on a second. Did we do any more questions?
No, just one.
We didn't got... Jesus fucking Christ. All right, who's got next question? No, I was going to ask it. Sorry, I was in the middle, then we got distracted.
Oh,
What either fictional character then, or actual actress who plays them, was like wifey for you? Like, what was like that? That's my fucking, like... That's
say that again. The Skype's messed up.
So, which either fictional character, and I'm saying which female character because you guys are straight men, was like either the character or the actress that played him was wifey. Like you were like, everyone's always in the movie like that's me right there, like that's my girl right there. Like,
Right.
Like, was there like someone from a movie, probably not a cartoon unless you were actually a child, which is fair. That you were like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was that
Yeah.
you were like in love with.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That maybe you had a picture up or poster on the wall back in the day. Did you guys do posters or were you too young for posters?
Can I just jump in?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Can I just press a buzzer and jump in?
It's all you.
We should get buzzers for this
We
segment.
should get
No, I'm
buzzers.
kidding.
Good.
Lisa Turtle from Saved by the Bell. That was one for sure.
Okay. She's not
I was a
looking
large
good
fan.
now. Poor thing.
Isn't she? Oh, she was cute in the ting though.
Yeah,
in the
she's
show.
not good at all.
Well, she looks nice.
Oh,
She's
spewing.
fucked up. Yeah, I can't remember why. It's a shame.
Really? Oh, it's spewing.
really-
Fuck. What else?
She was the
Alright,
only
so
one not
we-
invited to the Saved by the Bell not anniversary. What do they
Reunion?
call it? Reunion. She was like on heavy
Flipping
drugs.
hell. So is that a bad choice?
No, it wasn't.
She
'cause
looked
you-
nice when she was younger.
Yeah, when you were talking about that shit in like 90 whatever, like that was.
She looked really nice.
Yeah, there you
The
go. See,
hell?
look, and that's like a 90s chick right there.
Yeah, she's
So
really good.
Dan's banging with that.
She was terrible now, bro.
Awesome.
Okay,
I probably
yeah.
should.
You
That's
should
crazy,
Google
bro.
it just so you can see.
She
So you
looks
be
terrible.
like,
Honestly, I'm gonna have to.
I want to kind of get your live reaction. Just put like what's the actress's name?
The Google thing's hilarious. It's like Lisa Turtle 2020, Lisa Turtle now, Lisa Turtle by the Bell downhill. It's like what the
Downhill.
fuck? Yeah, images.
You know, that'd be a good episode name. Lisa Turtle by the Bell downhill. Because that's actually a search term. Oh gosh. Are you seeing it?
Okay, I'm gonna have to go to the.
I need you
now
that.
ones.
We need to see your live reaction to this one because it's
Oh, is that? Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
She either had
Oh.
surgery or she had
it looks like
oh,
botched
she got like
surgery.
some sunglasses on.
Yeah.
Got
No,
that
what-
sunglasses tan going on.
But how is that permanent?
Oh
That's-
Jesus, that's weird.
It's
Yeah.
botched surgery.
Okay, fuck.
It has to be.
not up
Well,
to
that's a
that.
swing and a miss, boys. Win
Well-
some, we lose some, mate.
I think it still counts, and I don't think it's a miss because what it represents is still like she was fine
Childhood
in the 90s. So
at that moment.
we're not talking
From
about
the
it now.
kiddies.
That was just for context for you. But yes,
I
did
like
you have-
it. Okay, I see.
So you're good. So
Um,
don't think of the L. Did you have a second?
I'll
one?
lock it in. I'll lock it in. No, let's go to Dan and I'll have a think.
Let's go to
I don't
Dan.
want to waste time.
I'll lock in actress Zendaya,
Interesting.
but I need to think of a character. I need to think of
That's
a
fine.
character.
No, okay. Was there a particular thing that you were like in this show? I was just like,
Not in a show. Just see her everywhere. She's beautiful.
Okay.
No, that's it. That's because the only show I've really seen her in is Euphoria, and she's just like a fucked up drug addict.
Oh, so it wasn't
it's
like you were growing up watching her and like
No.
Nickelodeon. Wasn't she on something like that?
She's my age, so I've only seen her on.
Oh, that's what I mean. I thought she was on Kids Show. That's why she's like to me. I watched that
She
Malcolm and
probably-
Marie movie she was in, and like she
Ooh,
to me
yeah.
she looked like 14.
She's
Her
24
face
now.
is so young.
So.
So
I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
what she was on.
That means
though.
I guess you would know if you remember. Like,
Yeah,
if
that's
you
the thing.
Bang with her from back in the day.
I'm trying to think if there's any. I don't know.
No,
I'll look in Zendaya. Look in.
put that in.
Look in.
The only one I could think of for myself was I'm trying to think of from a show or whatever. I was thinking like Aaliyah in Romeo Must Die, but I didn't want to cheat because obviously that was like about that from time, but it was extra like because that was in when was that 99 maybe
Yeah.
that
Something like that.
came out maybe 2000. So she'd been in music obviously for a while, but that movie was like, yeah, a bang for her.
And she was in Romeo Must Die as well with Jet Li. So
Is that-
those
what-
two
what
movies
did I
came
just
out
say?
super close.
What did I just say? Did I not say Roman Must Die?
Oh, did you? I thought you were talking about some there's no vampire movie she was in.
There was. That was called Queen of the Damned. She
What?
shot that in Melbourne.
They were
That's when I
both-
met her.
Oh yeah, they were both really closely released
Correct.
or closely shot.
hmm
Yeah.
But I think Roman Must Die came out before she passed, if I'm not mistaken, because that was with DMX and Jet Li. Yes, exactly right.
Right. Okay.
And yeah, that was extra fun.
Yeah, the audio's choppy. My bad.
That's okay. Your question, Nosh. If you didn't have it, it's no big deal. We can go to music.
I actually didn't have one.
Good. It's okay. You
I
don't have to
had
make one up.
funny high school memories. No, geez, I didn't. Oh, jeez, I'm such a cunt.
Nah, don't worry. I haven't been doing it.
First time not organized.
Hey, you were extra organized for everything else, so don't worry.
I'll take a slap on the cock for that one, mate.
So, right in the sausage, right in the bell end.
Right on the bell end, mate.
Right in the
Right on the,
fucking bell
right on the eyelid.
Island, Jesus.
All right, moving on. Music time. Sorry, fucking
Music time. All right, who wants to run through? Just go through your faves, top 10, usual shit. Daniel, do you want to go first?
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah, go on.
Go on.
Go on then,
Telling yourself to go on.
Yeah, tell yourself.
Pop Smoke AP. I thought it was a banger. I thought it was just a sick Pop
I knew
Smoke
you'd
song.
like that one.
It's just sick. Yeah,
fucking
it's
knew
for,
it.
it's for a movie as well.
Is it?
Yeah, it's for a movie that he's in.
Cool.
Yeah, it's sick.
Good for him.
Like, yeah. Like,
I was wondering why they had so much fucking like for the video. They had a lot of random footage. I'm like, they got a lot of. Seems pretty involved, but that makes a lot of sense.
But yeah, it was sick. Just like a normal just a sick Pop Smoke song.
Right.
I don't know.
It was a slapper.
It was hard. The instrumental was sick. Bryson Tiller's additional 5 songs on his LP was actually pretty sick.
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised. I don't really bang him that much, but then I listened to it. It's actually hard. It kind of reminded me of Chris Brown though. It kind of reminded me of Chris Brown, not less Bryson Tiller. So it's really not like Bryson Tiller from what's the album that with Don't on?
Yeah. Trap song.
Trap song. Yeah. So it just didn't remind me of that at all.
Right.
It reminded me of Chris Brown a lot. I don't know. Maybe it's a bit more poppy. I guess. Count Me In remix was hard.
Yeah.
So I think they're sick. Like
So dope.
just so hard. Jorja Smith and
Wellard.
Wellard. And is it Oh Boy?
I guess so.
Like,
French dude.
French guy, and it was so sick.
Yeah.
Like it sounded so good on this track. Like it just sounded like it was his track, not necessarily a remix on Jorja Smith's song. It was sick. What else is there? I'm gonna say that 4 a.m. in Toronto song
Yeah, that was
by
interesting.
Junia-T. Yeah, it was pretty sick. I was surprised. I listened to it. I was very, very surprised.
So he just produced it though. He was. I didn't think he was on the song.
So it was the Miloh Smith.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was the
interesting.
vocalist. I'm pretty sure anyway.
But
'Cause
it
he
was
raps.
sick. It was like really smooth and just chilled.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it from the thing called 4 a.m. in Toronto anyway. I was expecting it to be like a Drake remix. Who knows?
Yeah.
The Chris Brown, Future, Mulatto, Young Thug, Lil Durk Go Crazy remix.
Mhm.
Thought Future had a sick verse speaking about his things, his love, and all that. You know what
he
Future does.
You know what Nate
Future.
Radius is about.
You know what he's about. There was another song here with Chris Brown and A$AP Ferg, They're Guilty. It was with
7th Streeter.
7th Street. Oh, okay, yeah, but it was sick. A$AP Ferg was so good on that song.
Song of the week.
It was so good. Like A$AP Ferg on these sort of songs, like this slow sort of R&B love songs, are sick. Like he's better at this than he is at like the proper
Trappy shit.
when he's trying to do the trappy, the rap. Like that's sick, but that sound is kind of annoying. But this is like he's sick on this. It's like it's made for him. The which one? Rapper Big Pooh.
Oh, I didn't get to that.
It was good. Like it was, but
Me the fuck.
it was weird in a sense of
You know who he is?
no.
Little Brother, from a group called Little Brother. He's one of our favorites of all time, with Fonte, who's in my top 3 rappers of all time.
Okay, I know Fronto.
So him and Fonte and Ninth Wonder, the producer, with Little Brother.
Oh.
So Ninth left. Ninth did the song for Jay, and then they were sort of arguing and shit. Then they left, and they came back and they did. Did they do another album together? They did the last one, I think. And then
Yeah.
Pooh went off and did his thing. They sort of did solo shit. Fonte had another group, blah blah blah. So this is his first solo shit for a little bit,
Interesting.
couple of years probably.
But it was sick. But it was weird in the sense of if you shuffled the album, you wouldn't think that it was the same artist.
Okay.
It was like some
Ooh.
songs I was like, is this the same person? I had to look, and it was like, oh, it is. Like, it was really odd.
Interesting.
But
So
like,
wait.
it was really good though. Like, I
Okay.
enjoyed it a lot. And I'll end this on the Clemons thing.
Yes.
Happy to be here. Anniversary. This shit was sick. It was just smooth, relaxing. Like, I don't know. It was a good vibe. Good
I
vibe.
like
It was hard. Well hard, innit?
Well hard.
That's my thing.
All right, that's a good list.
Well
good list.
hard.
Good,
Well
good week of music this one.
It was really good, yeah. Great week.
Good week, that.
Good week, that.
Go on in,
Solid
Nush.
week, that.
Go on in.
Cool, man.
All right, in it. All right. Honestly, the first bunch I agree with Young Dan there. Like, the Pop Smoke was okay. wasn't super big on it, but still cool. That Post Malone song can fuck right off.
It
He's
was
doing
terrible.
that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, who
terrible.
did that original? It's a cover of
Um,
Only Want to Be With You, like Cher or something.
yeah, I didn't want to. Man, honestly, I as soon as I recognize the song, I'm like, oh, that's gonna get stuck in my fucking head. No, it's Hooting the Blowfish. It's Hooting the Blowfish.
That's
anyway,
who it is. I'm sorry.
So
Shit.
he fucking butchered that shit, and it's a digital. Like I skipped once. It was 25 seconds. I skipped again. It was like 2 minutes or a minute 45, and then I watched about probably like 8 seconds of it. Cut it off. Couldn't stand it. Absolutely trash. Had to say that.
Yeah.
The Bryson Tiller thing was good. I cleaned the kitchen to that this morning.
Nice.
Extra tracks on fire. The They collab. The remix was fire. Jorja Smith and OBOY was cool too. The Jid and the Freddie Gibbs songs, they were both super deep, which was good to see because they're both like, exceptional lyricists and they just had good shit to say there.
Mm-hmm.
The YG song, I don't know, I'm not really big on that bloke.
has
The
his
Popcaan
moments.
song was okay.
Yeah.
It was okay. Like, it's very, very raunchy.
Yeah.
Miloh Rojas song Apologize was cool. There's a video for that which just dropped.
Oh, yeah, check that.
The Chris, no, that wasn't that good. The I Am Nobody LP, which was just like a bunch of short instrumentals called Slaps. That was cool. I had to listen to that again because I was kind of like doing a few things. TQ had a song called Rose. That was super weird. But
like
good
that.
to see him singing again. But it was like, it sounded like the same fucking song that he's ever done, but just done now. It sounded more of a polished modern version. But it's good to see him because he doesn't look very different. He still looks very, 20-year-old West Side Till I Die singing about Mary. But he just looked all like Jodeci. In the video clip, he looked all like dolled up. There's roses, he's extra punsy and fucking like LL Cool J and shit. Like, it seemed a bit too much.
Okay.
But it's good to see him back. Anyway, TQ's fucking cool cunt. I didn't check the rapper Big Pooh stuff and everything after that. The Cookin' Soul Shmurda remix was funny because it had like his 3 songs that weren't really massive with Cookin' Soul beats on it, whose production super fire. So that was interesting. And the Kirk Franklin Tiny Desk concert was fucking good, like church, amazing.
All right. Really?
That was super
Like
good.
just cool gospel shit.
Yep,
All right.
super good. I watched it like when the sun was coming in. It was real nice way to set me up for a nice afternoon. That did see easy,
mate. And we're very big on nice afternoons.
Absolutely,
Yeah. That was a bit of a tour joke.
Some would say, you'd run a tour by it. Yeah, you'd run a tour off that slogan. You could.
Oh, you really could, couldn't you?
Shout out to Rob McCoy, who really enjoys that.
It does. And we got the Nice Afternoon Fresh Kills remix of Another Day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good times. What a time.
That was quite a time.
Mate, it really was. You guys really nailed a lot of the stuff. There's only a couple extras I'd probably mention. Do you know what? I was listening to the Pop Smoke one. I'm like, he's not really for me, but I absolutely see why people like him. Like, it's cool. It's cool shit. It's just not really stuff I care about, but I'm like, I get this, man. His voice is fucking cool. He's got a weird flow. Like, everything. He's like cool with the braids and the face tats, whatever. Like, I get it. Not for me. Yeah, Post Malone, Hot Garbage. Bryson, I neglected to check the last 5. I'm going to go and do that. They remixed with Kiana Ledé. That was crazy. Jorja, obviously. The one that blew my mind was Freddie Gibbs' "Winter in America" because he didn't rap, he sung.
The song, yeah.
Yeah.
I never heard him do that. I didn't know he had that in him. Like when Royce was singing, we're like, what the fuck? Like, because he's like such a good MC and you only hear him rapping. And then he comes with this and he can sing. You're like, what the fuck? And then same with Freddie. You're like, Jesus Christ, this is amazing. So I was very impressed and it makes me much more interested. I already was interested in his music, but it makes me more keen to check out more shit. I feel like if he can do that, then his future stuff will be fascinating.
Fuck yeah.
You know,
Get like more band influence and everything. That if he can sing a little bit, that changes the whole dynamic of everything, really.
100%. He just needs someone to produce him right. So, we know what he can do with Alchemist and stuff. Cool. His shit is great, consistently great. But like, let's see what you can fucking do with someone putting that type of shit together.
The Free Nationals.
Yeah, something like that. That'd be perfect. And just I'm sure he'd do a great fucking shit. What else was cool? The Emilio Rojas Apologize was cool. It was an interesting song, the way he sort of structured, like he's not going to apologize for doing this and this and this. It was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I want to see the video because he's a great dude.
He does arrogant rap pretty good.
Yeah, he's a great arrogant rap. I love it. And Clemons, happy to be here. Album, fantastic, because he does a lot of Kanye stuff. You might recognize some of his like style that he did for Kanye in his shit. Very cool. I enjoyed that a lot. The Cali Techness did another song called Gifted. I talked about it last week. A song called Colors, which was my song of the week. And now she's done this thing, which is essentially what Edit was doing, where she's done that song and then added the next song to the album. And then this is the second one as a part of this project. So I really enjoyed that. I went and like followed her on Twitter and stuff now. I'm like, all right, I really like this chick, and she's from here in Montreal. So really enjoying that and looking forward to the next stuff that's coming. Edit. Sweet. From Glitch Mob dropped a full album, which is what I was referring to. I think he did 4 songs, and now it's like 10 or 12 or something like that. I was listening to that just before. Slapper. Love it. Hadn't heard much Glitch lately, so I really enjoyed that. What else we got? I Am Nobody Slaps, you were just talking about, Nosh. Killer. Love that. Instrumental, just great vibe and music. JOE dropped a song called Tata, which was really cool. I enjoyed that. Actually, it was one of the... I was singing...
That's the beer rap dude, right?
Beer rap Joe. We had him on the podcast.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, he did, that song was really cool. I really liked that one. TQ, the Rose joint. Yeah, man, West Side and all the old stuff. The first 2 albums were like my shit back in the day. Same with
classic,
me.
same. Yeah.
I want to do a song with him for real. I feel like he might be reachable now.
Dude, get him on a hook. That'd be timeless shit. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, I'd love to. I think it's.
I'll make the right boots.
Yeah, I'm so down. Song of the week, you guys were talking about 7th Street and Chris Brown and A$AP Ferg, Guilty. I was cleaning the bathroom, just jamming. And I don't really usually jam till I was just like, ooh, I almost ran it back. Like, I don't have time to run it back, but because I got to listen to as much as I can. But like, I wanted to pull that shit back. It was fucking fire. Very impressed. Raul Midon did a song called Really Love. This guy, you might hear it. Yeah, cool.
It was hard.
So he's blind as well. So I've seen him live. He plays the guitar. He
he's
put
crazy.
it in his hand. We went and saw him when we first moved here, and he does like mouth trumpet. So he would be like, bup, 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 and he'd be playing the trumpet while he's playing the guitar.
It sounds legit.
Notes. So it's like he's singing the trumpet notes. It's just like muted, like bup, 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 like singing. I can't do it obviously. And like whatever he's playing on the guitar, like that, and like.
But it sounds like way better.
Yeah.
Sounds like a real one.
He matches, and he can, because he can sing. The notes match what he's playing on the guitar. It's just like it's super impressive. You know, this dude is blind.
Yeah.
And he's been killing it for ages. So yeah, I really like that. What else? That was it. Oh, shouts to Maya Clarity and Boney Washington as well. They dropped a new single, Her. They've been dropping that shit on midnight on Mondays. So I only added it just before. So it was like, right before, an hour or two before the pod. But yeah, that was a slapper. He's got new music coming and stuff. They both of those two were doing an album called Tour Support. It's either coming out next month, like April or May. It's great. Happy for him. Music's good. So that was basically it for this week, ladies and gentlemen.
That's quite the week, man.
Yeah,
we can fire.
We fit all that to an hour and a half. Actually, I thought it was going to be
a
little longer because there were so many different things to yap about. We held it
efficient. Bunch of counts.
We are fucking great. Nosh. Where can everyone find you online, Tell them.
All the kids can give me a tinkle on at Notion Baby on Instagram, Twitter, and left Facebook, at Illnote Studios on Instagram and Facebook, illnotestudios.com. Holla at me for fucking boots, mixing and mastering podcasts, fucking for a chinwag. Say hey, you going? And have a nice fucking evening. How about you, Dan?
Get ready.
Instagram and
Get your phones out.
Get phones out.
Go to Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then go to the search field.
Open search page.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And then what?
Dan Johnson on Instagram. And
so that's I,
Yep.
and then a D.
I.
Mm-hmm.
And
wait,
then
I.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Sorry, wait. I. Yeah.
Okay. Do. For dog. For dog. Yeah.
The fourth one.
Right
right.
after Sword. Do.
So after I do. Yeah.
Do. Right. I.
Yeah. On the first one, I know that one.
It's going to be like stop. Okay, guys. So, did you say your
Sorry.
stuff? So we can interrupt you.
No, it's fine. It's more fun. Dan Johnson Instagram Twitter. And HTFGXMING on Instagram, and I've started streaming on Twitch, so come holler at me on that as well.
How do you get Twitch?
How do I get Twitch?
What's your Twitch name?
Oh, HTFGXMING.
Oh, okay.
Same things.
Okay.
Consistency.
See,
I learned
like
that
you
somewhere.
work. Yeah.
It's like a work at social media.
Right. That's the fuck. These guys teaching the fucking OGs like that. Jesus Christ.
Come on.
Go on it. So you guys can check me out, CEEFOR, Twitter and Instagrizzle. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, smash the thumbs up, hit subscribe below, hit the notification bell.
Ding.
You both can say ding.
Ding.
Thumbnail.
Double ding. Yeah, thumbnail. Follow us on social media at The Movement Fam. We go live every Monday right here, somewhere between 8 and 9 p.m. Follow us on Instagram at The Movement Fam to find out what time we will be live. We're going to take a screenshot here. No, should we go to get it going? Face this way, or the camera always fucks me up. Are you ready? And we'll be back then. Stay tuned, guys. Stay safe. Wash your hands.
Be good to each other. Don't be shit.
Yeah. Give someone a hug. Nah, look at someone and give them a
No,
smile
don't
under
touch
your...
anyone.
No, don't touch anyone. Give them a smile under your mask, but like make your eyes smile because they can't see your face.
Is that your
So-
advice?
Yeah, it's my
For
advice.
everyone.
Oh,
Hey,
we have to have
yeah.
the advice for the week. Advice for the week. Last thought.
Oh.
So smile at someone and smile with your eyes
That's amazing.
because they can't
Try
see
to
you.
do a good thing for a cat. Like try to hold a door for someone, or
Ooh.
fucking try to. If
That's
you
an
are
act of kindness.
standing at like if you're standing at the lights waiting to cross the street and you're standing next to a cunt, like I like your hat. Have a good day, mate, and then fuck off. Like something like that, something real nice and slick and brief. Give someone a compliment. That's what I'm trying to say.
I like that.
If you feel safe to do so, obviously some cunts are scary. You don't want to fuck around, but
I like that.
you know,
That's buzz.
if you feel safe, give someone a compliment. It makes you feel better too because you're spreading good little seeds around the place, mate.
Love it. Love it. Daniel?
How do I word this? Buy expensive things to treat yourself.
Okay.
There you go.
Ooh.
Once in a while.
Even if it's not expensive.
Well,
we'll
not
Buy
buy
expensive, but the
expensive
higher
things.
end stuff because it's always better. The
Oh,
higher
'cause you-
quality.
Oh, don't cheap out on.
Don't cheap out on
like
shit.
craft
There you go.
beer.
That's better.
like craft beer, like
If it's only a couple
An
dollars
iMac.
difference,
Mhm.
get the better quality one.
100.
That's what it is.
honestly, in life, that's 100% exactly. It's like, what are you worth? Like, if you go and always get the cheapest shit, what are you telling yourself?
Honestly.
Think about that. It does something to your psyche and shit. Or like to
For
even
real.
get the better thing, or like get the professional
It's a
help.
part of self-love. You get to, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's
self-love.
self-love. Sure.
And that's what it's all about because you have to right now. We're all going through it. It's going to be good to each other, like you said. Fucking guys, yeah, man. Appreciate y'all. This is a good one. Good pod. This was fun.
Good body.
We did a good one.
Appreciate you.
Hope everyone enjoyed it. Guys, yeah. And check us out on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Follow us there. Rate, review, and subscribe if you can. The rating and the review is super helpful. We hit the charts, I think, last week or the week before, which was dope in the Canadian
Fucking boom.
music commentary top 100 or something. We've been higher than that, but like it's nice to see it in there. Like, you know, it's a tough competition in music commentary. I'm sure there's a bunch of people doing this shit. So, you know, appreciate
Stacks of
y'all.
cunts.
Love y'all. We'll see you next week, y'all. Poos.
Poos. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Get a dick up.
Get it in ya.
Get it in
Put
ya.
this inside of you. Oh.
What's the thing we should do? Peace, guys. Bradley's problematic. I pressed it. Go.